Good evening, afternoon, or night. This is Arwan May with the Emberlight Report. Tonight we turn our eyes to the Vault of Murong, a battlefield unlike any other, where four alliances waged a war not for vengeance nor territory, but for endurance itself. The kind of contest that tests stamina, judgment, and whatever passes for patience at 2 in the morning. BTY, Skoll, TMLP, and EQL stood shoulder to shoulder at the brink of common sense, trading blows across a map designed to punish optimism. The air around the Vault of Murong hummed like a generator on its last leg, with rallies stacking so quickly that ownership changed more from choreography than luck. Every push demanded focus as attacks landed minute by minute in rapid succession. It lasted scarcely an hour that tried to masquerade as a week. Reinforcements poured from every direction. The walls did their best impression of stoicism and nearly pulled it off. BTY's leadership, missing both Captain Balu and Ducky, held fast under pressure, because nothing motivates like absence and a ticking clock. While others might have faltered, they adapted. What they lacked in familiarity, they compensated for with trust and headcount, time-honored remedies for chaos. Coordination became their shield and patience their blade. Skoll answered every assault with precision, cold, efficient, deliberate, and never generous enough to miss. Their rallies cut deep and kept the field alive with tension, refusing to give BTY the comfort of certainty. Despite fielding fewer members on the day, they were still a force to be reckoned with. Across from them, EQL surged with numbers and relentless momentum, rallies snapping off with a metronome's discipline and a grudge's memory. Midway through, Skoll executed a clean cutoff, seizing control of Murong's tower and severing BTY's access to the vault. Under Fleese's direction, BTY regrouped, chaining rallies, tightening reinforcements, and punched the corridor back open through that same tower. What followed was a bruising exchange over Murong's tower until the rout and the rhythm of the battle were theirs again. Through it all, Fleese got beat up repeatedly. He took the brunt of counter-rallies and solo strikes, ate the marches, and still waved off reinforcements, insisting the effort stay fixed on claiming Murong's territories. Better to bleed on one account than drain the whole ledger. The results spoke for themselves. And then there was TMLP, steady, organized, and cunning. Clockwork with a mean streak. Their strikes arrived on schedule, carving out moments of pressure when others might have yielded. The opening stages of the battle belonged to them, and for a time the vault's balance teetered dangerously close to their favor. Early in the war, I, Arwan May, was viciously attacked by former BTY turned TMLP leader Dez. Journalistic objectivity briefly stepped out for T. I survived thanks to reinforcements from my comrades. Only a few bruised benders and wounded feelings to show for it. I loved you, Dez. Why did you leave me? As the minutes ticked forward, alliances blurred. Fewer banners, more people. Exhausted and exhilarated, locked into the same relentless tempo. The banter that followed was less chest-thumping, more professional nodding, the veteran's version of a handshake. When the dust finally settled, the Vault of Murong belonged to BTY. Victory here wasn't domination. It was outlasting the clock. The scoreboard told one story in territories. BTY finished first with 13 captured structures. Skoll close behind also with 13. EQL securing 12, and TMLP holding steady with 7, as reflected on the Murong map. For those keeping score at home, and for the accountants, alongside the captured structures came the numbers. BTY fielded 22 participants who healed nearly 3.9 million benders and relocated 54 cities, contributing over 220 million individual points. Skoll, with 11 fighters, matched BTY's capture count of 13, while generating 145 million points and relocating 25 cities. EQL deployed 15 benders, captured 12 structures, and scored nearly 95 million points, with over 3.1 million healed and 22 relocations. TMLP's 20 members delivered 235 million points, the highest of the four, healing 4.3 million benders and repositioning 35 cities in the process. Before we close the ledger, a nod to the standouts who turned minutes into milestones. The PvP table crowned TMLP's Oak with over 51 million points. Teammate Dez followed at 35 million. Skoll's pair of Slow Motion and Aggressor kept the pressure at 34.6 and 34 million, and TMLP's Roxanne sealed the top 5 with a resilient 31.5 million. Filling out the board, Skoll's Hardrada placed 6th with 29.2 million. BTY's Flea 7th at 29 million. BTY's Ope the Goat, 8th at $26.1 million. TMLP's Tellus, 9th at $16.9 million. And BTY's Grumlaw, 10th at $16.5 million. Together, they turned a single hour into a highlight reel and proved every alliance brought hitters. The truth under the tallies is simpler. This was a victory for stubbornness wearing the uniform of competition.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by our sponsor, the Jasmine Dragon Tea House. The Jasmine Dragon Tea House. Tea is our passion. Serenity is yours.
The spirits, damn it all. Lee, what are you doing here? There's no sports segment.
My wife just had a kid, Arwan. I need all the ad money that I can get.
Just get off my set. These damn kids come out of college and think they own the place. Next up, I have the pleasure of introducing the Vault's MVP and co-R5 leader of TMLP, Oak. Welcome to the show, Oak, and congrats on earning the MVP award.
I speak for the trees.
First, this is one of the most intense Vaults of Murong we've seen yet. How are you and your alliance feeling after this hard-fought war?
We are feeling great and full of excitement for the future. It was absolutely amazing to see such a balanced fight for the Vault.
Is there any particular moment from the war that stands out to you? Perhaps a battle, a key victory, or even a setback?
I would have to say my favorite moment was when BTY and EQL took both of our posts, and I sent 2 rallies to take back both at the same time.
Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't get into some hard-hitting questions. You've recently merged with MLA to become TMLP. How was the merger received on both sides? And what's it been like working alongside former BTY alum Dez?
The initial response was received as slow as molasses. Some people believed it to happen too quickly, but honestly, it couldn't have come at a better time. Before the Vault, working alongside Dez has been an absolute pleasure, and MLH has only brought more light to my leaves.
Lastly, you once served under Sin's former leader and My Little Pony enthusiast, Musashi, and you've since done a fantastic job of taking over and rebranding the alliance, even recently merging with MLA. What would you say to those who are weary of TMLP's sinful roots? And how do you envision your alliance moving forward?
For those that are wary of mine and TIP's roots, please know that we are a fun-loving bushel of people. Moving forward from Musashi's tyranny, I plan to show the world that we are a respectful group of honest warriors that want to have fun. We still love combat, but prefer to have it under the canopy of rules and respect for others.
Thank you for your time, Oak. And once again, congratulations on earning MVP.
I speak for the trees.
Yes, the trees. The Vault of Murong will be remembered not as a one-sided conquest, but as the hour 4 alliances hit their limits and smirked through the fatigue. A day when no single blow decided the outcome, but 1,000 small choices did. This concludes this edition of the Emberlight Report. This is Arwan May.